Hey y'all, always good to see you here on Grassroots Gardening. We're down here at the Dream Stream area today, and wait till you see what the guys have been up to recently. It looks absolutely phenomenal. We're about mid-December here. Thought we'd just go along the stream, just see what's happening, and then show you what everybody has been working on. So why don't we just start up here at the very head of the Dream Stream. And while we're up here, I'll go ahead and show these guys' little sign up here. So Amen Corner Ponds, a friend of mine named Ethan Hammond put this thing in for us. He's also the one that put in our koi pond, and I'm super grateful for all the work that he's done here for us. He uses our nursery to kind of showcase his work, to bring clients in to show them, and I almost just fell down on a rock there. But he'll bring his clients in, show them his work, and it also just added so much beauty to our nursery here. So in case I haven't showed you, we came in and planted some nice evergreen thujas and some ligustrums up here at the head. Also, I believe that's a Carolina sapphire cypress, but a lot of evergreen backdrops up here where the water actually comes out. And what our goal is to make this just look like a natural spring. And it does as it sits right now. But as these trees grow up big and kind of just, drape over this little spring head area, it's just gonna make it look that much more natural. Then as we come down just a little bit, Ethan didn't come too far without going ahead and putting in our first set of falls, and found that beautiful rock with the cutout for it just to spill right over into. We've planted some Dystilium and some Liriope, azaleas, Japanese maples, some variegated Cleyera, and a couple of little dwarf, I think those are dwarf thujas. Maybe, I'm not certain on that. We'll have to come back to that. But something Dave's done found that's dwarf and evergreen. We've got some horsetail rush planted down in the water. And even these ferns. Look at how these ferns have just kind of crept out of the bed and have found their way right out into the water. Just makes it look so much more natural and beautiful, just like it's up in a mountain stream somewhere. And then right over here beside the horsetail rush, look at this beautiful Japanese maple specimen right here. This is called Bihu. I think I got this one from Mr. Maple up near Asheville. I don't have any of these for sale, but I plan on grafting some this winter. But look at the yellow bark down low, and then it fades to this orange. Hopefully the camera's doing it justice. But it almost just looks like a sunset type color, but a beautiful Japanese maple there. Then as we head down from the first falls, got these beautiful stonework. Those guys really took their time picking out each individual boulder and just making it look as natural as possible. And then they put in a land bridge right here. Use this giant slab so that the water can flow right underneath it, and this ties the pathway that goes in through the Japanese garden, ties that together. So you can cross this huge rock walkway right here. And then the stream continues right on down this way. We've got some more ligustrum and all sorts of stuff planted down here. We'll have to do a separate video and just come look at all the plants. But one piece that I really liked that Amen Corner Ponds did was this log. We went out to the landfill and found this old log, and they just kind of tucked it in, but it looks like, it looks so natural, and I'm going to say that word a lot, I'm sure, but that was the whole point, is to make this thing look as natural as possible. But it makes it look like this log just got washed right into here and got jammed, and that water just follows it right on around. Another cool piece of wood that we found at the landfill was this old stump. So we brought that down, tucked it in, and then they do something they call outcropping boulders. And so they'll come, a couple feet away from the creek and put these outcropping boulders just to kind of tie everything together and make it look, again, sorry for the word, but natural. And as we keep walking down, we come to the second little waterfall. And this one is a wider waterfall, but not near as tall. And you can hear the difference, hopefully you can hear the difference, of the sound that it makes versus that one up there. A lot taller, the water's more concentrated, got a lot more flow, whereas this one here nice and wide and low. Gives you that deep, really nice, deep waterfall sound. And then y'all, I hate to even show you this right here. This is Big Mama. This is the Japanese maple that we came in and planted. Is it almost a year ago? Maybe not quite. But nonetheless, I showed it in a recent video and she is bad sick. I think we've had ambrosia beetles come in and bore into her. It is a sad state of affairs and also a very expensive state of affairs because this tree had a price tag of $3,500 on her. I'm hoping that she's gonna recover, but I don't know. It doesn't look great. We're gonna have to wait until the spring and then on into the summer to see if she's gonna make it. So let's just keep our fingers crossed, and I'll come back and do another video just on this tree and this pest problem in case anybody else has dealt with it. I'm learning about it myself, so we'll have to do a later video and discuss that a little further into details. But y'all say a prayer for Big Mama, and hopefully she'll make it through the winter. Oh, that hurts me to even talk about that, you guys. It's such a pretty tree, but nonetheless, let's keep on going down the dream stream here. So we just looked at that little waterfall there, and it just continues on around, and this is a really sharp bend. In fact, let me jump over here just so I can show you guys what it does right here. Big Mama is, I'm just gonna say is, no, we're not gonna use past tense. She is the focal point out on that little peninsula there. But you can see our stream makes this really hard bend right here, and it really just kind of accentuates that whole little island. That's why we put that beautiful tree up in there. But well, I'm not even gonna jinx it. We're not gonna have to replace her. She's gonna make it. Nonetheless, we go around this bend here, and this is our third waterfall. Another kind of a shorter one that's wide, got a nice deep, real deep tone to it actually. Looks like it's kind of undercut the stone a little bit, so it's giving it a nice chug-a-lug, deep bass tone. A beautiful little fall. Looks like they kind of tightened up the waterfall right here to get a little bit more sheet flow or volume coming over there. This one sounds awesome. But I tell you what, these guys really know what they're doing. Look at how they've placed the rocks in here to where it just looks like it's naturally over hundreds of years just kind of carved it out. See how this one's kind of cup shaped? Like you can, you know, looks like this is a natural stream and it's just been carved over just tons and tons of time. Tremendous amount of work went into building this stream. I mean, look at the size of that rock alone. We had to bring in some of the bigger equipment to set these guys, but it's just so nice to be able to walk right along the edge of it. And down here, it starts to get a little bit more quiet. So as soon as you kind of come around the bend here, the rocks and all kind of quiet the stream up. Looks like we do have a little bit of string algae starting, and we've dealt with this in the past in our other stream in our koi pond. We're probably going to have to put an ion generator in this system. It just helps control the string algae without chemicals. So a nice little shallow bed right there, and you got a couple rocks right in here just to kind of give you a nice little ripple effect. I've stuck another log along the trailway here, just again to add that natural effect. And then I really like this down here. This is so cool. So they made the stream tighten up to a small point and go into like a cave. So we put a pipe underneath the pathway, and then it pops out here. And I ain't gonna show you too much down there because we're not ready for that yet. I'll show you what the guys did in a minute. But the stream tapers off and ends right down there with the little benches. So here's kind of like a back view of where we just walked. It goes right up through there, all the way up. You can see the sign where we started it up yonder. But it just meanders itself down through this Japanese garden area. And I'm telling you, this thing turned out better than I ever could imagine. It has just added so much value and peace and tranquility to our nursery. I'm super thankful for all the guys with Amen Corner Ponds, as well as my folks who have got down here and turned this thing into the just amazing dream that it is. Okay, let's go down here. Let me show you what we've added in new Dave had built another pergola down here. I think what we're gonna do in this area, the guys and I were talking about, maybe making an event type space for people that wanna come down here. And you know, we'll have some talks down here, maybe on the aquatics or just whatever, but just make it a nice little event area for garden clubs that want to come and hang out, birthday parties, whatever. Just make a nice little tranquil area right down there. But I'll tell you guys what, when these plantings get a little bit of age on them, this is going to be, I mean, this is going to rival a botanical garden, which was kind of what my dream was for the whole place down here. But man, we've come a long ways in just a very short amount of time. Now we'll show you real quick how we've done the edging is, you know, just kind of curves and follows a pathway. And then the walkways, Ethan and the guys came down and put down this groundscape, landscape fabric, what I'm trying to say. And then a small bed of, it looks like number 57 stone, and then some number 89 on top of that to help it lock in. It's done really well for us down here so far. Then we've got some new plantings down here. Looks like some type of pennisetum right there. A couple more thusias. Dave's throwing in some viburnum. Threw in some cherry brown mulch that we make. But doesn't that just look amazing? A few little nandinas, some more grasses and the outcropping blocks. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. I had been wanting to make a meditation garden down here. And a matter of fact, at the antique mall the other day, I bought a bamboo rake so we can come down in here, make all kind of cool designs. Got some few little rocks stacked up right there, but I am so proud of this little area right down here. Now we've had some rain today, so we're overflowing just a little bit. We're not supposed to have water up here on this paved little patio area, but here's where the dream stream comes to. I was gonna say an end, but actually what it does, it flows down into aqua blocks. It's up underneath this whole entire platform, and then it gets pumped back up to the head of the stream, and then it gets to take another lazy river ride all the way down here and then do it over again. They've brought some nice, beautiful blue pots down, and got a few little, that's a thusia in that one. Looks like a lemon lime nandina and that guy there. But if it wasn't wet, I would sit my butt right there on that bench, because can you imagine just coming down here and just being able to watch that water, and look how thick that tail is coming down into the pump vault area. That is like huge. It's just mesmerizing just sitting there watching it and then listening to this beautiful noise of the water. Then they took some big boulders, made some nice step ups here, and I see Dave has planted, looks like be some Confederate jasmine in these containers right here. He's putting some climber rails up. He's probably going to put some string up and let that Confederate jasmine run all the way up this side of the fence. You'll have those thusias creating a nice green screen in the background. But isn't this just a fantastic little area down here? I mean, it looks like something out of a magazine, like Southern Living. It's just incredible. You know, I feel so grateful and so blessed just to be able to have this nursery, but then to have the talented folks with Amy and Corner Ponds and all of our great guys and gals that work for us. Man, I tell you, we are just truly blessed to have the team that we have down here to be able to put something like this together. I couldn't fathom this thing looking anywhere near this great, but I mean, it's just incredible. So I hope that if you're within driving distance, I'd love to show you around down here, come down here and check it out. And if you're not, then make sure you hit that like and subscribe, because we've got a lot more really cool projects up and coming, and would love for you to follow along in our YouTube journey. So thank you guys for watching. As always, appreciate all your support. Thank you to everyone that helped put that dream stream together. And always remember, the more you know, the more you grow. We'll see you on the next video.